Huh. Well, look at that, guys. We don't have our intro, but it's 2026, and this is the first episode of Forever Giants for this new year. I'm Schmitty with Christian Cooper, and the boys are back. We got a lot to catch up on and discuss, but real quick, I just want to say this. We got Arias! Christian, fill me in. How are you? And what would you like to start off with?
I'm doing all right. Baseball is finally approaching after our post-seasonal affect disorder, depression, and all of that shit. And for a team that preaches pitching and defense, what's Buster doing?
Well, there's a lot of people squabbling, but I look at it like this. Bader, Darth Bader, Master Bader, Harrison Bader, whatever you want to call Bader, that guy improves the defense. Outfield, much better. But honestly, we've been saying it for how long? The Giants are the worst team I've ever seen with runners in scoring position. How many times has Matt Chapman struck out with a man at third and less than 2 outs? We got a guy that has led the league in hits. He's won 3 batting titles, 2 different leagues, and last year had more hits than anybody in the National League. Can he play defense at second base? He wants to. We got Ron Washington out there. We got Ron Wotus. We got Tony Vitello. We got Bochy. We got Dusty Baker. The list goes on. Hunter Pence is out there. They're going to fly in Scudero. We'll probably have Joe Panic out there. They're going to do everything they can to show the Padres that we are the San Francisco Giants and we make shit happen.
That's right. That's right. And, you know, Arraez, yeah, he's been in a slight decline the last 2 seasons, but really, like, he just doesn't strike out, right? And that's been such a problem for the Giants, having guys just go on these lengthy, prolonged strikeout streaks, right? And it's just like, okay, here's a guy that puts the ball in play the overwhelming majority of his at-bats, right? And, you know, he doesn't draw too many walks either. He just puts the bat to the ball. And as far as Bader's concerned, okay, he hit 292 last year. He hit 318 the year before. When's the last time the Giants had a 292 or a 318 hitter?
Yeah, I mean, my concern with him is injuries, obviously. This guy reminds me of Aaron Rowan. He's going full out into walls, diving. He's going to go crazy. We're going to see some awesome plays, but can he stay healthy? If he stays healthy, I think we're going to see a much improved Jung Hoo Lee, who's second year in the major leagues. Let's not forget that. Last year was really his rookie year because the year before that he was injured. And now we're moving him to right field, less pressure. He's not the center fielder guy who's losing communication with Heliot Ramos and some crazy ass Drew Gilbert and right. We got Jung Hoo Lee in right field, and he's got a good arm. And he's going to show us that he played right field every day in the KBO in Korea. So the outfield, I don't even know if Heliot Ramos is starting in left. We don't know yet. It's spring training hasn't even happened. Everyone's talking about freaking Luis Arraez as like, oh, he's a defensive liability. What about fucking Bryce Eldridge? The guy can't even hit, and he can't play defense either. And you guys all want Bryce, but we got the best hitter in baseball, and you're worried about a freaking glove. It's second base to first base. I think we're fine, guys.
Yeah. Arraez isn't going to give you, you know, stellar second base defense, but he can manage it, right? And it's, I don't know. I'm happy. You know, if we got shocked by another huge pitching move, Framber Valdez, then it would really be some shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I just now, I don't know, after they sign Arraez and Bader, it's like, are they really going to sink a bunch of money on? I mean, they're into the second tier of luxury tax now. So,
and Greg Johnson's already said the only way it's going to happen is if we can sign him for 3 years or less.
Yeah.
If we can sign for 3 years with an opt-out after 2 and overpay him for the AAV, Maybe. We don't know. I mean, here's the thing and also we'll get to it later, but I went to every goddamn Fanfest. I don't know if any of you were out there, but I was at all three, and fucking fans are important. And dude, I'm just hyped. I love baseball. Like, I can smell it. I'm out there with Dusty Baker yesterday. We got Willy Adames, Heliot Ramos, Matt Gage. I made up, like, despite all my rage, I'm still just a Matt and a Gage, dude. I almost good. But no, getting back to what we were talking about is just like, I think we're gonna be a lot better than we were last year.
Agreed.
That's kind of my thing that I'm trying to say to almost every negative Nancy out there, because we improved and we also gained experience for the guys that are still here. Drew Gilbert's going to be better. Jung Hoo Lee's going to be better. Patrick Bailey has to be better, right?
Yep.
The bullpen, we might not be better. But it's still in progress. We don't know yet. But I mean, if somehow Buster Posey can just hypnotize Greg Johnson out at the golf course and say, Framber Valdez will get us to the postseason, I promise. I mean, it needs to happen, so it won't. But God, it would be so great if it did.
Yeah. I mean, I think as far as the bullpen's concerned, you think about all the guys that they have down there that can pitch in the bullpen. I don't think that's really a big deal. I think it's a lot of names that we didn't see much last year, like Keaton Wynn, Trevor McDonald, these guys who are could be starters. They're good enough and they have length enough, and they'll probably wind up in the bullpen. And to have arms like that in the bullpen, it's pretty significant, especially if Birdsong comes back to being Birdsong. Shit, man.
According to Logan Webb, who was at FanFest #2 out in San Ramon, he loves what he's seeing of Birdsong down in Arizona right now. He's like hyping this guy up. He's like, oh, get ready, because Birdie is back. So let's see what happens. I know that they're trying to hype up the fans, obviously, and so you wait till you see it. But I think JB's got a great point too, because I wanted Nico Horner. I still do. But this to me feels like we're getting Luis Arraez this year, and next year when Nico Horner's a free agent, we're getting Nico.
There you go.
I didn't want Donovan, and I don't want to give up a bunch of our prospects that we finally are starting to build this great farm system. Dude, we're going to be in the top 10 here pretty soon. Like, we're at 12 or 13 last time I looked. We're coming. And I don't want it to burn down right when it starts to get built. And especially not for Donovan. I think Casey Schmitt to me, he's almost as good as Donovan, like barely the difference. And Casey is going to get better. Donovan might too, but I love Luis Arraez. I just love the fact that this guy is going to put the bat on the ball. So if there's a man at third and less than 2 outs and this guy comes up, we don't have to we might be able to go like this.
Yeah. I mean, so you stick him in the 5-hole or the 6-hole?
That's to be determined. What I don't want, 2 things I don't want. I don't want Ramos leading off, and I don't want Chapman batting 4th. We'll see by committee in the spring training what happens. What we would love to see is Jung Hoo Lee coming out of the gates and just being on fire. If that guy could lead off and steal some bags and be like kind of a prototypical leadoff guy, I don't know. I'd put Arraez in the front. I'd put him like maybe first or second, because those guys behind him, dude, a full year of Devers.
He's slow though. That's the thing. Like, I think Jung Hoo should lead off, and he should lead off all year. I think he got screwed up when they started moving him around in the order last year, right? Because the first month and a half, he was tearing the cover off the ball. He was doing everything. And then all of a sudden he's not leading off anymore. And it's like, wait, he's batting 7th? Like his head got all screwed up, right? And then it's pretty simple after that. You got Adames, right? Then you got, who's going to be in third? You going to hit Devers third, or you going to hit Devers cleanup?
Devers has to be up in the top three. There's a lot of people have Devers second. I would have Devers third. I'd have Adames second, and I'd have somebody good leadoff. And ninth, eighth is Bailey. Ninth is, yeah, it's tough. I don't know. We're gonna have to see how these guys produce, because Bader's got speed. So he if he can get on, and he might be up in the front eventually, but they're gonna. They already had the lineup with Heliot Ramos batting first, which I never have liked. I don't know. I don't understand that.
Yeah. It didn't really work.
What I want to see is Heliot come out like he can play, and maybe he's 3, 4, or 5.
Maybe.
A lot of people are putting Bryce Eldridge at fourth, which is ridiculous because he hasn't shown us anything yet. That guy's batting 7, 8, or 9 to give him very little pressure. But I like Adames, Devers, either 2, 3, 3, 4, something like that, and Chapman maybe 5. But I don't want Chapman fourth.
No, yeah, I feel like Arraez has to go in the 6 hole, put Chapman in the 5 hole. Chapman can get his strikeouts down, because the thing is, you always want Arraez coming up with guys on base, right? Like it's just, he's going to put the ball in play. That's the thing that they were so sorely missing. So, 6 feels right. Anyways,
there's JB's order. And so this is the big asterisk, right? Like, I like this order because it says DH and not Eldridge. I was down to trade Eldridge this year. I think Eldridge, his stock is as high as it's going to be right now, because we still don't know. If he has a full year next year and goes full Marco Luciano, dude, people are going to lose their minds. And we don't need 2 first basemen, and I don't need a 19, 20-year-old DH. So unless this guy hits the tar off the ball all spring training, then it's like, good, we got what we were hoping for. But I would have traded him for Joe Ryan or one of these top arms in a heartbeat. I feel like the Giants, I don't know what they offered, but Peralta going to the Mets really bothered me, because I thought if we get him, he'll stay here because him and Adames are best friends. And you're just thinking about, like, you're just really one pitcher away. So if they don't trade and they can bring in Framber, I know we all didn't really want Framber at the beginning because of his like weirdness or whatever, but Dusty Baker's swearing by him and he's got the connection. So send Dusty in, talking to the agent, and let's bring him back.
I'm telling you, the one interesting thing about Framber Valdez, the word is out. Like, all these teams don't want to touch him because they feel like that one thing is like attitude, right? Like clubhouse cancer. Like, how's he going to live that one down, right? So the Giants are willing to say, you know what? We believe in second chances. We'll give you, 3 years, really high dollars.
Right.
Come pitch to San Francisco, I mean, he's a fantastic pitcher, So I think a lot of teams,
8 innings guaranteed, right?
Yeah. I just think a lot of teams are like, we don't want a guy like that, right?
Sure.
And we don't know if he's had other issues that haven't made the news like that one, but hey, I'd be willing to take him. There's a lot worse you could do, like wife beaters and shit you could bring in. You don't want any of that.
Yeah, we're not going the Dodgers route. I want to give shouts out, man. I love seeing all these fucking names. Seniors in the house, Misbehaving, Mike Val, Austin Tates, Ocean View Coffee. Love you guys showing up for our first. It means a lot, and we're gonna be out here more often. The more news you get. I mean, we were sleeping through the hot stove. It was cold as. Can you even say the word ice? Ooh, too soon. Don't go there.
That's a song, right?
Yeah, it's cold as ice. Yeah. So, hey, but listen, I wanted to say something here because I wrote it down. Luis Arraez with runners in scoring position and 2 outs since 2022, 249 PA, .332, 127 WRC, 2.0 percentage K rate. And this is the thing. He had a 3% K rate last year. This is the exact guy I've been dying for. Every time someone strikes out, I'm like, can we just get a dude that hits? And if he can't play defense at all, still, we got 8 guys that can. Let's just put him on the team so we break up the monotony of this freaking strikeout. Like it's like addictive or something. Yep. It rubs off on everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. I'm wearing my Area 51. Christian, I told him he's got to put Area 51 on the bricks now in right field. Like that stamp, right? Like we got to get some advertisement out there. Like, hey, we can give you the graphic if you stamp it up on the bricks. It look nice.
There we go. So give us a little bit of the vibe from FanFest.
Okay, I'm going to try to break it down as quick as I can. There was 3 of them. First one, San Jose, 6,000. Pretty much, I think that was my favorite one. Bryce Eldridge was kind of the star of that one. Tony Vitello, my first meeting with him, I shook his hand. I said, hey, my boss who owns Thrasher Magazine in San Francisco has the same name as you. And welcome to the freaking city. We're super hyped you're here. And he's like, man, I want to meet that guy. Like, and he just... I swear to God, it sounds cliche, but I walked away going, I like this guy. And that's every person that's met him. That's what they've said is like, hey man, he knows how to talk to you and just make you feel like, you know, he's got that whatever it is. So I went and I got some autographs. So that's kind of the main thing I do is I bring some cards down there. Bryce Eldridge got yelled at by a lady. That was a highlight. He's signing 2 for this guy right in front of me. And she goes, only 1. And you see him look over. He's like, sorry. I'm like, are you kidding? Let the guy sign it, whatever he wants. But here's what happened for, you know, these were 3 weeks in a row, by the way. It was Saturday, Saturday, Saturday. Week 2, San Ramon, first time ever. Usually they had them in Napa, but I think they're going after the Oakland A fan base now. Like, let's go deep in the heart of the East Bay. Dude, they put the goddamn thing in the middle of an outdoor mall on a day where they had a farmer's market, and the city had never had anything like this. And they put Logan Webb and Jung Hoo Lee, probably the 2 most popular Giants on the team, in the place. It doubled the capacity. There was 12,000 as opposed to 6,000 people. And there was people that waited in line for 3 hours that never got an autograph.
Wow.
Yeah. So a lot of people were upset, you know, and social media, you get to voice, you know, anyway, so they did all that. And we're like, shit, part 3, let's go. The trilogy up to Sac. Dusty Baker, Willy Adames last minute said he's going. We got, despite all my rage, Matt Gage. We got Jose Butto and Robbie Tight Pants Ray in the house, which was rad. All clean shaven. I barely recognize him. He's look a lot different. But that one, I don't know. I didn't get in attendance. But that one's a little better organized, and they have like a lot of other stuff going on. It's in the River Cats ballpark, so you can get a hot dog or some food or whatever. There's Dinger and Lucille with DJ Ooh Mommy, you know, and yeah, I don't know. We drove all the way up there, and it was worth it for me. We drove back, and we were all pretty stoked and seeing. Oh, so here's the 2 things. The insider. I got the inside scoop. Logan Webb, like I said Birdsong is get ready because he's back and he loves his stuff and whatever. We asked Adames, who's going to hit more home runs this year, you or Rafael Devers? And he says, we're going to see, right? We're going to see. And I was like, well, you're both going to hit 30. And he's like, I'm claiming Devers is going to be more like 45. And I was like, dude, I love this. Let's go. Come on.
Listen, once Devers gets used to playing in that ballpark, he's going to find all the little sweet spots and just bang, 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 bang. It's going to be a lot of splash hits, a lot of them out to that deep pocket in Death Valley, and then he's going to hit some to left too. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that was his thing in Boston, was to like just serve balls off the green monster. So, I mean, it's not too much further. Just tap one into the bleachers, right down in the gutter. You know, do it.
Yep,
do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be something to watch. You know, we haven't seen anything like what we're going to see since Barry Bonds, right?
And let's be frank. Yes, there's a lot of things you can get hung up on. Just like life, you can take the negative little percentage and just hang on to it and beat it into the ground, or you can look at all the flowers and smile and say, things are a lot better today than they were yesterday. Sun's out. Yesterday was rain, you know. But Vitello, yes, we don't know. He's a newbie. He's never done a 162 game season. He's never coached in the majors. We know this. But the Giants have done everything they can to surround him with the best mentorship. Like, I can't even believe the coaching staff and they're bringing in Brandon Belt and Jeff Kent now too, to be kind of like what's his name, Will Clark and Panic and those kind of guys that just come in from time to time. Yep. You got Bochy, you got Dusty Baker, and then
Ron Washington.
And I mean, I'm just excited that they're giving this guy the best opportunity to succeed with those people. And then they've positioned some players for him to like improve from last year.
Yep.
The last little, if they can just pull a Framber out of my hat, dude, we're all waiting, Buster. Come on.
Yeah, let's see what happens. I don't know. There's probably a couple arms they could go after too. Wouldn't be the same as him, but it would be an improvement to the rotation. So I think that would be good. But I do think, you know, with Vitello is concerned, just the age gap between him and the guys that are going to be playing for him is a lot less than it was with Bob Melvin, right? And I think the new generation of players, let's say the last 10 years or so, it's different. These guys are different when they come up. There's more swagger, there's more, you know, sensitivity, there's all these things. And I think that a guy who's, number one, he's used to coaching college kids. So they're kind of like in that same attitude region, right? And just the age gap not being so big, I think it's going to work. I think it's going to work. And I think these guys are really going to want to play for him, you know, really, really try to do well. So
I agree.
Nothing to complain.
I mean, I thought it was such a classy move to fly out to Korea and meet Jung Hoo Lee in his own country. Like, I've never met this guy. He's a big deal on the team I'm about to. Instead of waiting for him to come to him and Adames went out there. That was the other thing that Adames was saying at Fanfest yesterday. He's like, Jung Hoo Lee is a fucking king in Korea. Because he was talking about the trip out there. He's like, dude, that guy is a rock star out there.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, I you know me, I love Jung Hoo Lee. I got the jersey and I'm rooting for this guy. So I'm hoping second year, maybe a change to right field, maybe a little more English also and understanding. I think communicating out there and calling people off and all that stuff was a little difficult. You know, you never think about those things, but like they are truly happening.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting. I hope we don't see him run full speed into the bricks. But,
no, we can't see that. Come on.
I think he could play right field there. No problem. You know?
So I saw that you put the Welcome Tony Vitello banner down there, and I just want to change it to this.
Yeah.
Tony Vitello, Jason Foley, Sam Henges, Adrian Houser, Daniel Susak, Tyler, Mahle Harrison, Bader, and LUIS ARRAEZ. And who said that Buster's not cooking, baby?
Yeah. It's just it all happened in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, you know? But that's what I've been saying all along to these idiot negative people. It's like, dude, wait till opening day to complain. See what they do over the entirety. Not before Christmas or before New Year's or when you need it to happen. No, wait till the team. They don't even, if you go to the MLB SF Giants roster and look at coaches, it says Tony Vitello. That's it. So they haven't even like officially
They haven't
dropped all
solidified this
that.
staff. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, who's going to coach third? Who's going to coach first? Who's, so I'm excited. I think this new energy is going to be fantastic. I think Drew Gilbert last year showed you that like that energy that he brought in was really infectious, and they went on a run. And now if the coach is like that, we don't have Sleepy Bob anymore. We got fired up Vitello. It's going to be fun. And man, you can't downplay all the experience around him.
Right.
Washington's one of the best defensive guys. You got Dusty Baker and Bochy that have won World Series. Buster Posey, he's, obviously we don't even have to say it. It's just, it's going to be cool. I think we're not going to be that 81-81 team this year. We can't. We're going to go.
Yeah, no, it's going to go up. And, it's funny. We took our little hiatus, right? But the rest of the YouTube stream world and what Giants land, man, there was a lot of grousing and a lot of grumbling and a lot of like, oh my God, we're not going to do anything, And then all of a sudden Buster just opened it up and they just got all these guys. And it's like some of these guys, when you were like, who is it? Or, it's, oh, this guy's coming back from, Tommy John or whatever. But they seemed like, it was like when you start digging into it, like Mahle is like, Bochy says he's fantastic pitcher, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's, I don't know. I love it when people just go down the tubes with this negativity and this just like doom and gloom, and then all of a sudden, what? We got Arraez? What? We got Darth Bader? What?
Yeah. And Bader's like all excited. He's all hyped for Vitello and to come here. He was talking about how they've got some real stars here, and he's excited to play with Devers. And these guys, they really do a lot for me as a fan when their interview is special and they point out certain things that as a fan you're like, oh, this guy wants to come here. These little things instead of, I mean, you saw Bellinger, right? Yeah. Just cooked.
Faded,
I mean, man. Dude, so holy smoky.
Yeah, it's like when you've seen those photos of him before and he just looks like he hit the dispensary twice today, right? It's just
dude, nuts. The gummies were extra strong for old Bellinger.
Apparently the edibles got hold of him. So here's the thing about Bader being hyped up is it like this is the first multi-year deal he's signed in a long time. Right? I mean, since 2022, he's played for what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different teams.
He's been on 2 teams in 1 year, a couple years, right?
Yeah. So basically, the dude signing a 2-year, $20 million, he's got to be hyped. He's like, man, I don't have to pack my bags halfway through the year. At the end of the season, I get comfortable for a while, I think it's going to be good. And I think that guy brings a lot of energy. If you watch the highlight reels of his defense alone, it's like, he's selling out, diving, laying out to get balls, chasing shit down in the gap. Like a guy like that, like the hustle.
What do you think about this? I think we touched on it a little through text, but I got a little nervous. I got to say it. Logan Webb, WBC, kind of didn't want to see that. I know how much it means to him and I get it, but I just worry about Logan being such a horse. And that's another reason to bring in Framber, to take just some of the load off the one guy that can pitch 7 innings every game. Yeah. Framber can do the same and it'll save our bullpen, and then just not put so much pressure on Logan to like not get hurt or like throw 7 innings every game and all that stuff. It's the WBC scares me.
Yeah. It's not, doesn't have a good track record with injuries for sure, but I think, a guy like Logan Webb who throws 200 plus innings every single season, right? And then you're going to have him throw how many more extra innings, you know, in weird time zones. And I don't like it. I don't like it. But, you know, Logan Webb is tough. So shoot, he's from Rockland. He's got to be tough.
Yeah, I mean, I want him to experience this too, because that's really important to him. You could just hear it in his excitement when he's talking about it. The other thing is, I think from what I heard, somebody from the Giants is maybe involved in the pitching or something where they're just not going to let these guys pitch that many innings in the W. I mean, dude, the USA's staff is so fucking stacked.
Yeah, it's the deepest ever.
You got
right?
Skeen, Scooble, Webb. I mean, it's pretty insane. So
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see. I'm going down to Arizona first right before spring training. First, like right when it gets going. So I can't. I'm excited. I saw that Luis Arraez news. We were driving back from SAC yesterday, and I was like, I don't know how many times you and I talked about it last year. Like, it was like, we need Luis Arraez, or we need a Luis Arraez type player. We've said that over and over. And the thing about Luis Arraez at Oracle is he is going to love that outfield. He's going to be spraying the ball all over. You know, he's Rod Carew. He's Tony Gwynn. He's the guy that can hit that. And maybe some of it will rub off on Jung Hoo Lee, right? Like, hey, dude, you can hit the opposite way and get your speed and beat out ground balls to third and hit balls in the gap and this and that. Like, could be infectious.
Yeah. Because Arraez isn't a power guy, and it's a pitcher's ballpark. So his style of hitting is perfect for San Francisco. It's perfect. You know, spray hitter. I mean, it's just there's, like you said, the outfield is expansive, and a lot of balls are going to just slip through or drop in. Right. And you know, with the wind too, like, could get tricky on outfielders with him because they're not really sure where to play him, and it's a windy night. Like, routine pop-ups can just find grass too, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Bryce. I think that's going to be a huge microscope, like a big story early on. They're going to be seeing what he's doing, how his defense is, how his offense is. Is he able to not strike out all the time? Is he able to catch up with these major league hitters? And then also, are they going to add a Framber, and are they going to play with the bullpen anymore? Those are kind of the things that I think are left to, like, kind of sort out.
Yeah. The interesting thing about Eldridge and then Devers and all that is, like, how does that all shake out? Right. I mean, is Devers, is he down to play full-time first base?
Yeah, he wants to. He doesn't like DHing.
Okay, great. So, and I mean, look, when he was actually playing first base this season versus being the DH, he hit much better. He hit much better as a field player than he did.
That's what he said. He doesn't like to just sit around and wait to hit.
Yeah. So it's easy, you know. Eldridge comes along as the DH if he's tearing it up in spring training, obviously, and then we see what happens, right? But who knows? Who knows how that's going to shake out? I mean, like, I'm like you, like Eldridge. I feel like, you know, if you can sell high, sell high. But, you know, how high what do you have to get for him? You know, I mean, you're talking top tier players for that kind of a prospect, even though he's unproven. You know, everybody thinks he's the guy. So,
yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure we're going to say goodbye to Encarnacion, goodbye to Matos. We already said goodbye, thank goodness, to Wisely, Meckler, and some of the guys we didn't want to see anymore. Luciano is going for the record in how many times you can get DFA'd in an offseason. He's already been DFA'd 3 different teams. So, Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I also, I didn't make a graphic for it or anything, but Christian Cooper's backup catcher concern is not going to be a big concern this year. We got a lot of catchers
Yeah.
fighting for that backup catcher role. So
Yeah.
Susac, that'll be interesting. And then the guy Buster's high on that he got from the Yankees last year, Rodriguez, Jesus, yeah. So that should be interesting. Tigers are not trading Scooble. They are going for it this year. Hey, Kaiway to hell. He had to go to Texas, man.
The Kaiway to hell.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that just happened in the last day or two.
Yeah, but we traded him for another catcher that's like top 100 prospect guy. So Buster is really peppering San Jose, it's the single A. I think it's Emerald or Eugene and San Jose that we're going to see a lot of the youth, but they're coming.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I think they're finally starting to put it together for the future. The scouting seems legit, and these guys that they're drafting seem pretty legit. So we'll just see how it shakes out. I mean, some of these guys are so young, 17, 18 years old, right? And they're already in the lower tier. So I think it's gonna be a good one. And I don't think Buster's done. I don't think he's done. I do think like maybe there's a possibility they keep Dom Smith around for a while.
Possibly. Him and Wilmer are still not signed.
Just as like a emergency plan at first base if something happens, right? Or if Eldridge just can't cut it. I mean, who knows? The 25-man roster is going to be very interesting.
The D-backs are not looking great. The Padres look like they're sputtering. They haven't got anyone to replace Dylan Cease. Yep. Blue Jays overpaid Dylan Cease. That was crazy. That was what started it all off. Dylan Cease was one of the first high-profile guys, and it was like, what? You paid how much for how many years? Damn.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Somebody else hasn't signed yet, and I'm trying to think what it was now. That was true. Gallon still hasn't signed yet.
Anywhere. And Chris Bassett, Giolito. There's some decent pitchers out there.
Yeah. I think all the teams are like not wanting to give the years to guys and the money to guys based on they don't know what's going to happen with the CBA next year, right? And if they're suddenly going to get vaulted into some insane luxury tax zone because of the roster they're carrying, unless you're the tax evading Dodgers, right?
Well, here's the thing. They got it. I mean, we might as well talk about this. If they're going to put a salary cap, there needs to be a salary floor. And then to me, the most important thing, almost more than any of it, is no more deferrals.
Yeah,
I think you pay these guys what you pay them. You can't say I'm paying Shohei Ohtani after we go bankrupt and I have no money. Like, come on, like this is ridiculous. The Bobby Bonilla thing is done. Like, let's pay our guys the year that they, and I think there's only one Shohei. He's the only guy that could take all the money later. He's getting the bare minimum because of all his endorsements and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm concerned about that a lot. I think I heard Kruko, he's the forever optimist. He's more optimist than I am. And he's like, oh, they're going to figure it out. I don't know. I think that there's going to be at least a little bit of a lockout. I think next year is going to be really a bummer maybe. And so we got to really get as much out of this year as we can.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole deferment thing, it's like that character Wimpy in the Popeye cartoons. He says, I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Right?
Yeah.
It's bullshit. I mean, the deferment thing's got to go. They got to make a rule, the Dodger rule, right? They made the Shohei rule to give that guy what he wants, and like make a rule that gives everybody else what they want. And yeah, I'm extremely concerned about a work stoppage because maybe it's just been so long since 1994. Nobody remembers how bad it actually was. and how long it took baseball to recover from that.
It's
like
not-
it's a zero-sum game. And I feel like
Franklin in the house.
they can't work it out, then I don't know. Maybe they don't deserve to play baseball for a while.
I'm trying to figure out what is going to happen in the future with AI, with all this fucking, driverless cars, nobody working at the teller, like brick and mortar going out of business, and then baseball players making $1 gazillion in 20 years when you don't even know, like, if the dollar is even going to be $1 anymore. Maybe it's Bitcoin. Like, we don't know anything. And they're just like, I'd rather give you fucking $5 gazillion when I don't have to even be alive than pay you now for your playing service. It makes zero sense to me.
Yeah.
I don't understand it at all.
Well, and who knows if the Dodgers organization runs out of cash, it could be a real problem down the road, right?
I get paid this Tuesday and I'm already broke. Yeah, Paul Begley in the house. Curtis Franklin all up in here. Pack 84 along with Jonah Mostart. 49-59. Do I hear 48-9-4-4-5-5 sold to seniors of baseball games? I wanted to give you some fire too, Christian, because I know you're 100% on board with this. I've been sneaking in a little bit of viewership on some of these other shows just to see what the narrative is from our negative bros. And before I get to that, we got our own negative bro. You know him as Nego Ned.
His name is Nego Ned. Negative is what he said. He's Mr. I told you so. He's Mr. I told you so.
What's up, guys? It's Nego Ned, and everyone's all excited about Luis Arraez. Yeah, he's a great hitter. He's led the league in hits for who knows how long. But listen, have you seen the guy play defense?
Negative Ned is so negative. Damn.
Yes, sir. Nego Ned back at it. Okay, here's my thing to all you negative Nancy's out there. Logan Webb is an ace. Listen to me. Deal with it. Go yell at your mom. Do whatever you got to do. Logan Webb is an ace, and here's why. I figured it out. We're going to do a math equation for all you idiots out there that think Logan Webb's not an ace. How many teams in baseball are there?
30.
Is Logan Webb in the top 30 in starting pitchers?
He is.
Then he is an ace, right? Because one ace per team, 30 aces, Logan Webb's an ace. There you go, people.
Yep. That is good logic. That's good logic. So what's our schedule like? We got pitchers and catchers in less than 2 weeks.
Absolutely. Right? A lot of those guys were just going. I think there's a lot of people in Arizona already. Adames was talking same thing as last year, like getting the camaraderie early, getting everybody working out together, and like having this really connection before it even gets going. So he's, just having fun and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The Dodgers have 5 aces except for, did you hear Blake Snell? My arm is tired. The arm is a little tired. I don't want to play yet. I play later because I'm a rapper up in Seattle, man. Come on. The Dodgers got a bunch of glass arms, okay? Yamamoto, I'll give you, but glass arm, Snell, it's the same thing with freaking Shohei. If you don't play all year or you don't play both sides of the fence, how can you be a great? You were the best for 1 month out of the whole season? Like, not an ace. Logan Webb leads the league in innings. He led the league in strikeouts. He's a fucking horse. He don't complain. He's going to the WBC. Shohei no pitch in the WBC. They're too scared of that. So, nah.
Yeah. Well, shit. It's gonna be a better year. I can feel it. And I feel right. Like, that I think that all the trade web people last year. Remember? I mean, there was just a lot of weird stuff. One of your predictions didn't work out, though. Tyler Rogers did not come back to the Giants.
I said Tyler Rogers was going to be on the Giants in less than 1 week once free agency hit.
Yeah.
I was certain of it.
Yeah.
I was, that's surprise. That still surprises me.
The Mets held on to him, right?
No, he went to the Blue Jays.
Oh, that's right. He went to Toronto. Shit.
So I think the Blue Jays are in the business of overpaying pitchers, and they're fine with it. So, kind of shocking that they didn't keep Bichette, though. I think that's going to end up hurting them a little bit.
It could. And as long as Juan Soto's in with the Mets, they're never going to win anything.
The Mets have the curse of the Mets.
Well, they're all Soto now.
But the Mets were already cursed before Soto. They got how many collapses have the Mets done? They're in first place by like 40 games going into the final month, and they still lose somehow. It's like they always blow at the Mets.
Yeah,
I like their team though. Simeon and Bichette and Soto. They let Alonso go, which was kind of weird. They got no pitching though. They got Peralta and then a bunch of like. Yeah. So the Mets could get Framber. I could see the Mets just unloading $1 gazillion. But can we talk about the most overrated, overpaid PUSSY? Can't lead his own team, wants to go to a team that already has a bunch of stars and won the World Series, and they pay him what? How much did the Tucker guy get out of these guys? $40 million a year?
Yep.
Are you freaking kidding me? He makes more money than Steph Curry. This guy sells no jerseys. He's afraid to lead the team. He's a follower, not a leader. The fans in Chicago, they didn't really care to see if they kept him. Like that told me a lot, because Chicago is a baseball town. They know their baseball. Yeah. And if they kind of like, then
yeah, pretty much.
60 million. That's what I thought, but I was like, 60 million. Eric is like, focus. Oh man, you know what happened when they announced that? It was crazy. They were like, Tucker has signed with the Dodgers.
Oh no! Shit!
Yeah. I mean, it would have been great if he came to San Francisco, but not for that money.
Money. No.
There's no way. You know?
And he seems like a little prima donna, he's very needy, apparently.
Well, think about where he came from originally. Houston. And most of the dudes that have played in Houston are like that.
And so let's throw that into the conversation. Beltran kind of led the cheating. He gets to go into the Hall of Fame, but the guy that pissed clean doesn't. Yeah. Who leads all of baseball in home runs on. It makes no sense again, guys. Let's be consistent.
I think they're just putting people into spite bonds every time now, right? They put Jeff Kent in, but they didn't put Bonds in. And now they're putting Beltran in, who was a Giant for one season, and he was one of the biggest pricks that ever walked when he was in San Francisco, And fuck, Bochy actually pulled him like in the second to last game of the season to preserve his 300 batting average, right? I mean, it is like, and here's this guy, he's like, then they asked him like, well, do you want to re-sign with the Giants? He's like, well, yeah, if they bring in some players around me. Like, yeah, no, beat it, dude. Like, it's not about you, right? So yeah, that one stings. But again, it's like, let's just stick it to Barry.
And then they're gonna put Pete Rose in now that he's dead. It's like the it's so sour. Everything is so just like
Yeah. But soon the game will be back and we can forget about all that ancillary information.
I think that's a big part of it, right? Like nobody has anything to do when there's no baseball, so there's just a bunch of
Yeah.
Yeah,
and they do all the awards that your guys didn't get, and then they go like to the Hall of Fame thing, which just seemingly is becoming more and more of a sham every year. And then there's all the dude, I haven't watched MLB Network in forever just because it was so irritating when the hot stove is not hot. There's no moves, and it's just these guys talking and like analyzing, third tier, third baseman, and trying to come up with anything to create content, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, So yeah, at least baseball will soon be back and all that stuff fades away, and it's just all about each day of the game, what's going on. So can't wait.
Yes, sir. The other news I have for you guys that are anywhere near San Francisco, if you don't know this, you do now. Tom Brady is opening a baseball card shop right across the street from the ballpark. So stop by, get some cards, go into the game, or be out in front and run across the street and see if Tom's in there. You never know. But yeah, we finally got a baseball card shop in San Francisco right by the stadium. So I'm kind of hyped.
That should be the pregame ritual. Go to the card shop super early, buy a couple packs, whip them open. Okay, I got 3 guys on the team. Now I got to run across to the ballpark and get these signed today, fresh out of the package, right?
Yeah, that could be like Rick Brown, I got to tell you this. I walk by there every morning, and it is a slow process, a very slow burn, but they have been welding and taking things out, and I don't know, and they haven't announced anything, but I'm guessing they might be putting a big screen monitor there like Chase. So you have like while you're in line, you can be.
Oh no! Why don't do that?
Hey, I don't know. I don't know. Otherwise, I don't know.
Maybe they're getting ready to put the Barry statue in.
They're gonna put it up there? No,
you don't know.
This is like above the gate,
right? Yeah, no.
I don't know. Or they might be putting a new sign. I don't know.
I'm glad I took photos every time I went there of Willie Mays Gate, because now whatever they do to ruin it, I'll still have memories of it the way it was.
Well, we still call it Pac Bell, right? Or AT&T. Like it's Oracle's tough. It's like
to me, it's Pac Bell Park, right?
Pac Bell Park.
It was, and Pac Bell no longer exists.
And so this is funny too. I just want to like pat my shoulder. A lot of people are late to the punch on things, and I'm tend to be kind of early on it. Now, all of a sudden, 2026, January, we need the Niners to come back to San Francisco. This Santa Clara thing ain't working. Dude, I told you that day one. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Great America Niners, they can't do anything in Santa Clara. It's not going to happen, okay?
And look at all the scuttlebutt about the injuries that happen there more frequently than any other stadium. And they're talking about like, is it like the semiconductor, like all the toxins in the ground or what? Who knows what's going on, man? It's Santa Clara.
Santa Clarita, and they're having the Super Bowl there this weekend, but all the activities are in San Francisco. So people are like, I've been watching the X Twitter people that are so, my opinion matters. But they're like, what do I do? Do I spend the night in San Francisco all week and then go spend the night in Santa Clara the night before the game? Like, it's like, dude, come on, guys. It's not rocket science.
Well, that's what happens when the hometown team isn't in it, right? Then it's all these people coming in from out of town like, oh yeah. I've seen postcards of San Francisco. It looks great. Why is this guy taking his shit next to me on the BART?
I didn't know San Francisco had a roller coaster amusement park.
Yeah, it's bizarre, man.
Oh no, this is what they do every year. The city is going to be cleaner than it's ever been in its entire life for about 2 weeks. While all the cameras are here and all the people, and it's going to look So nice. And then after everyone leaves, it can go back to how it was.
Yeah. Yeah. They did it when the president of China was there. They cleaned up, swept up all the homeless people and all the shit and made it look nice. And then it went right back to the way it was. So,
Yeah.
oh, man.
Anthony's in the house, dude.
Yeah.
You got love for Santa Clara, South City, Anthony? What's your deal? No way. Santa Clara. You can't call them San Francisco if they're in Santa Clara. We always said anything south of Palo Alto is LA. It's like SoCal starts in fucking Cupertino or something.
You know, the 49ers might end up in that one weird place that other sports teams seem to find themselves all of a sudden.
Modesto?
The Sacramento Niners, dude.
Ooh.
Sutter's Mills right there. Sac Niners.
No, they'll play indoors.
No, the
'cause they'll need
49ers
air conditioning.
Yeah, 49ers are named after the first prospectors that found gold up at Sutter's Mill, right? So like it's a perfect move. Go to Sac. Go to Sac.
Anthony in San Carlos. I grew up in San Carlos, fool. Cordillera, son. Britton Acres, kid. Central Middle School, son. Arroyo Street, backwards on my skateboard, kid. Let's go.
Cool.
Hey, I'm South Bay, huh? You're South Bay Niner Giant fan for life. You know what? As the great Ralph Barbieri said, go Sharks. If you're south of Palo Alto, you need a Sharks jersey. That's the San Jose Sharks, not San Jose Niners, not San Jose Giants. San Jose Giants single A. You could go down there.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Well, should we wrap this thing up and plan to be back now on a normal schedule?
Well, we're gonna have to see. I mean, is there going to be anything to talk about? Only time will tell. I see Dwayne Kuiper's son talking about emergency podcasts. I don't even know. Emergency podcast.
No, and then he doesn't even show up, and it's Pavs.
Yeah.
Like it's weird. It's weird.
You can't say gay on here, J-Dub. Come on, you're going to cancel me. Just kidding.
Okay, we began demonetized, so what difference does it make? We've been debanked.
Levi's is San Francisco, just for the record. Levi's Stadium, Santa Clara. Levi's, San Francisco. Ben Davis, San Francisco. Santa Clara, I don't know, maybe a fucking 16 gigabyte chip or something. They got some fucking Google down there. That's what they got. The Google Niners, it could be. How about that? The Larry Bezos rocket ships.
Yeah. Yeah. The phallic Voyager or whatever they call it.
Wow, I was born and raised in Valley Joe, but you had Mac Dre, so tip of the hat.
Yeah.
Vallejo ain't no joke. I got respect for Vallejo because that's a tough town. That is a tough town.
They had that super sick indoor park there too in the 90s when I worked at Deluxe. That you went up to that place before, right? That indoor park in Vallejo. Had a vert ramp and it had like a bunch of weird street crap and there's a bunch of photos of Wade there and Alan.
I thought that was Antioch.
Was it Antioch? I thought it was Vallejo. Oh, okay.
The one I'm thinking of was Antioch.
Antioch, Vallejo, Hercules, Benicia. Whatever. It's all there.
Oh, skate news. Julian Stranger. Will he show up? Hall of Fame? Julian Stranger? Wow. Omar Hassan will be there. Bryce Knights will be there.
He's going to be there.
Yeah. So congrats to all you guys. That's pretty tight. Pretty tight. Selly Cell, E40, Mac Dre, Mac Mall. Yeah. I remember when Kmart opened. Damn. That's some shit right there. I remember when Kmart opened. We're going to close with that one. Hold on. I remember. I wish I could pin this somehow. I remember when Kmart opened the Blue Light Special. Yep. Hey guys, honestly, thanks for showing up for us. Means a lot. Love baseball. I know you guys do too. We'll be back when we're back. We're going to try to get back to our routine and hopefully Buster ain't done cooking. And what is it? after Valentine's Day, I think February 15 to 19, I might be reporting live from Arizona at Scottsdale Stadium. So look forward to that. We got some shit. We're going to have to start working on a 26 ideas, and Christian already designed a nice new backdrop. So we're trying to add the flavor. We're always open for you guys to give us some suggestions, what you like, what you don't like, and we're going to try to improve this. What I've been told is we always need to say for the algorithm, please hit the like button and please hit subscribe so that everybody is happy. And actually, I kind of miss our old friend. I'm surprised he wasn't here today. Where do you think he was?
Click that like button, smash that subscribe button, ring that notification bell.
The great Chardal, we missed you, but we know we'll see you soon. Yep. Speaking of great America, Chardal. That's all we got. So we out, right?
We out.
All right. Thanks, guys. Peace.
It's time to go.
Let's go, San Francisco. Let's go, Giants.
To me, that was one of the most mind-blowing shows I've seen to this day.
Do not drop that kid.
We're in the memory making business.
Aware of the tradition that's here.
The Giants are world champions.
See you soon. Thank you.
And I am forever a Giant.